My big day. It's my big on-air day. Finally back in the anchor chair. Mike Auletta, he took over and he said, hey everybody, I'm going to be taking over. I'm going to change the show. It's going to look completely different. We're going to make it look like it's a real TV show instead of what it used to look like, which quite frankly wasn't very good. And he said, I need people to join. And that's when I said, okay, you know what, I'll get on board with it. Because when I saw it my first semester here, I didn't really like the way it looked, and I didn't think it was really worth my time when I had the opportunity to dedicate all my time to QBSN. But when he came in and said, I'm going to change the way it looks, I'm going to make it a lot better, and we're going to really build something out of it, then I realized it was a good opportunity.
XLR cables. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Can't predict Skype sessions.
What up?
Every Sunday, we're always there early, doing as much as we can before the show and assigning people spots. And every Sunday, it just seemed like the show was going to go on at the right time, and the product would be great, like always.
Version in the server?
There's 720 and a 1028.
All right, cool. Keep going with that.
This is a very proud moment. For the first time ever, Q30 Television is streaming live online around the world. Very exciting time, and hopefully this continues and only grows better going forward.
Everybody that's associated with the show is always doing something important, and that's what makes the show so great. It's not just the people on top that are doing stuff, but the general members are always involved, and they always make the show the best it can be.
Bobcats.
Dude, Bob, hey there, Bob.
Spencer
Bob.
Kane here gives up the double to
Hey
Chase
there,
Gray
Bob.
on the far spell as he gets
Today here, we're about half an hour before going live. A lot of action is going on here in the media sweep.
Tuesday is when we start on the following week. Gio and I would meet up every Tuesday afternoon right around 2 o'clock when we were both free, make the rundown, go through who was going to anchor, who was going to be an analyst, who was going to film what games, make sure we got everything covered, made sure we had everything in the right orders depending on what was important. So making sure we get all that stuff out of the way, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right on through the weekend is really just about making sure we cover everything, making sure the people who are filming have the cameras they need, they have the mics they need, they have the tripods that they need. Because we find that you think you've got everything covered, and then somebody doesn't have something they need. And when you wake up Saturday morning, you get that text message from them saying, hey, I don't have this. And now you got to try to figure out where that is, go find it and get it to them. So basically, once the plan is set in place on Tuesday afternoon, from there it's just trying to execute every single little thing so that when Sunday rolls around, everything's been covered.
The only thing on this flash are about the OTSs. Everything else is part of other shows.
Cats really took it to him in that game. Let's see what's going to happen tonight. 3 hours later, 10-0 the final score.
I know me and Mark had a lot of issues trying to come up with new ideas week after week, because after a while your ideas can get kind of bland. So I think if the new EPs could try and figure out any more ideas that could be better for the show or something different, because being different is always a great way to get more people, then I think the show could be a lot better than it already is.
Tonight on Sports Paws, we give you in-depth coverage of the hockey-filled weekend in Pittsburgh. We also recap our...
The biggest struggle would be moving from HD to SD, to standard definition. I think we've made a pretty smooth transition. We've gone live every single week, including the very first week we were in here, so that was quite an accomplishment. A lot of Q30 shows were struggling to go live in their first few run-throughs in here, but we were able to do that, go live right from the start. But the HD to SD thing was definitely tough because we shoot all of our highlights in HD. We've got HD cameras that we shoot with. So basically trying to take those HD highlights and cram them down into standard definition, that was tough to make them play through the standard definition TriCaster that we have in here. And then, of course, expanding them back out to put in for the show on YouTube because we want to make sure that the quality is the best that it could possibly be, which is obviously high definition. So that was probably the biggest challenge.
We have a pre-tease.
Okay.
Yeah. Pre-tease, acrobatics, and homemade national.
Mark, start talking.
I'm talking, still talking. This is Sports Paws on Q30, alongside the best-looking man in the world. Well, actually, that'd be me, but second best-looking man in the world.
Oh.
If you want to be involved with sports television, there's no better spot than right here at Sports Paws.
We're late. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's 7:30. Why can't we get
Yes. Are we set?
Yeah.
Like John Alba going between.
Crap.
Oh.
This is legit.
All right, phones are off or on silent. Everyone, yeah?
Phones are off. We're on silent. 16 shows down, 1 to go. That's Arthur Lane. I'm Mark Spillane. This is the greatest show on carpet.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tonight, one last go-around for Sports Paws.
We take you up to the bank for the NCATA championships.
And we cover everything on main campus from baseball to lacrosse. All that and a whole lot more coming up on Sports Paws.
Right now. "16 shows down, 1 to go."
That's right. Tonight's Sports Paws closes another chapter as the Quinnipiac school year comes to an end.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Arthur Lane.
And I'm Mark Spillane. Tonight, we recap the past week of Quinnipiac athletics in our final show of the